Okay, I guess I'm on now. A second ago, there was no audio. Okay, but there is audio now. Okay, so let's start this over. Hi, folks. Andrew here, the face who runs the place, popcorn and whiskey. There we go. Start it over again. Cheers. Salute. Here we go. A little bubbly going on. Merry Christmas, ho ho ho, happy holidays, all that good jazz. You can hear me now, John JD. All right. Some reason the online platform I do this from, StreamYard, changed a couple of settings and I wasn't aware of it. And yes, it's user error. I'm not blaming anybody else but myself. So ho ho ho, Merry Christmas. Today we're going to talk about a couple of things off the top. I guess not off topic because there really isn't a true topic to do on here. I will be. I'm going to talk about some social rules that may help you. Maybe for a Christmas season, maybe not. And I want to get into dating and the liberal versus conservative dating. And we'll have some doozies on this one coming up, I have a feeling. But all that being said, why am I coming on early today? Because there's certain programs I want to watch on television this weekend. As you know, I'm a professional wrestling fan. This is John Cena's. He's a professional wrestler. This is his last weekend to be on television. Tomorrow night, he's going to have the Saturday night main event. I might come on afterwards, but during it, I will not come on afterwards. Maybe tonight. I don't know if he'll be on or not, but it's a nostalgic thing. Yeah, I can catch all the replays later, but it's a nostalgic thing for me. So I want to watch that. Right away, thinking, all right, I'm going to talk about dating and professional wrestling. Yeah, probably the two don't go hand in hand very often. All right. But on this show, that's what you get. That's what you get. One of those kind of things. So, and my buddy JD is going to be joining us here. Matter of fact, let me just go ahead and shoot this over to him. And here we go. He'll be joining me, and this might be the last time that this year we might be on together. We're both on doing different things coming up, and it's extremely cold where I am as well. Especially tomorrow night, it's going to get down below zero where I am, and my studio here doesn't have a whole lot of heat. It's not that insulated. So that being said, we're going to be on here. So the things that I want to get into tonight are going to be a little bit interesting, just for the fact that I personally have not. Well, we'll get into this in a little bit, but there's reasons for it and reasons not for it. But I wanted to come on tonight, and I'm thinking, what am I going to talk about? And so I saw a show earlier yesterday. Matter of fact, it was yesterday. I thought it was today, but it was yesterday. And they were talking about conservative and liberals, the battle of the sexes, so to speak, dating wise. So I said, that's pretty interesting. So I did a little bit of research and come to find out that some of the things that I wanted to play on here, some videos, I'm not able to, for one, copyright issues, and two, I just couldn't get the audio to work properly. And it has something to do with my particular Chrome browser. Yes, I am using my StreamYard in Chrome right now. I would assume if I go to a different browser, I can. But, I didn't put that much thought into it before I started. So after I started this, I'm thinking, yeah, probably I should have went the other way. But hey, I started it, so that's the way it goes. Too bad, so sad. That's the way it goes. But you still have me. That's right. You still have me. And we'll be happy to do this. We'll be happy to have fun with it. And before we get started, though, I do want to point this out. I was in the recording studio earlier this week. And for my particular online business that I do, I've put together a program. And a couple things. Well, one, I have the Universal Laws of Health and Fitness. It's an audio program where I go through about 10 or 12 different universal laws that I found to be the right fit for you, to be healthy and fit. All right. And it's span the globe. So ask me about that if you're interested in it. But this week, what I spent the week doing is an audio program, and it's pretty packed and thorough for you in there. It's the easy way to lose 10 pounds in the next 30 days. That's right. The easy way to lose 10 pounds the next 30 days. Now, if you're already weigh 100, 110 pounds, probably it's not going to get you there. I'll be honest with you. This is for let's say the little heftier folks, myself included. Let's just put it that way. It's a little heftier, if you will. And when that happens, when you start doing stuff to put yourself in that space to lose the pounds, it's going to happen like that. But you have to be prepared a little bit, and that's what the audio put you through. So if that's something you're interested in, put it in the comments, and I'll get you more information about it. Okay, so you got my Santa Claus hat on here. Let me get my headphones on so I can get JD coming on here. Hold on a second, JD. I know you can hear me. Hold on, let me get everything situated here. Here he is. Ho, ho, ho. Can you hear me?
Hey, how's it going?
All right, let me get this thing going the right way here. There we go. All right, now we're rocking and rolling. Okay.
Nice.
You know, the festive background I have on here, JD. You like that?
Yeah, it's looking good.
A man of many words tonight. Yeah. Okay. Whatever. Merry Christmas, my friend.
Yes, Merry Christmas to you, sir.
All right. So JD has a couple of podcasts. He has the Boiling Point podcast, and also he's the owner of Mayhem Media, an entertainment podcast. So I would strongly suggest you find those and check them out. They have a good time, and it has a good group of guys on there, and every so often I get to join in too, and so it's fun. I have a good time, and that's basically how we met, through a different podcasting page on Facebook, and we became internet buddies through there. So we've exchanged a lot of great ideas back and forth, and we don't always agree with everything, but we understand we're adults enough to understand that not everybody's going to agree with each other and everything.
Yeah, absolutely. We can definitely disagree and it not, be a huge problem or anything like that.
Exactly.
And I saw you posted, I think it was on a podcasters group or something. You were looking for just some guests, or you posted that you have you let people just come in or whatever. And I was like, yo, I'm going to check. I was like, let's see if this works.
Yeah. and we did. Yeah. So that's good. That's good. So, hey, if whoever's out there listening, because I know we just had several listeners come on here, feel free to comment, come on and say hello. But what we're going to do today, JD, tonight, and this is going to be interesting because I don't know what direction or how this is going to go for either one of us. So it's going to be a little bit different. But I have a couple of videos I'm going to play through the Twitter app. Hopefully we'll both be able to be on the screen, and hopefully we'll both be able to hear it if I can do it, if I set it up right. So we'll see after I set it up if it came up right or not. But I was listening to Crowder, the Crowder Show. You ever listen to Crowder at all?
Yeah, I do. I don't listen to him as much anymore, but yes, I've listened to Crowder several times. He's pretty good. His researchers are top notch. They're
I absolutely love it now. I absolutely love it. And he had something yesterday, and I came in halfway through it, so I don't know how they started it, but it's talking about liberal women dating conservative men. I said, that's a very interesting topic. And I couldn't find the video or the story they were talking about. Now, I'm sure if I had done a little bit more research, I could have, but just a couple of searches here and there, and I come up with a few things to see if this is something that I would want. Now,
I don't want it. I can save you the time. I don't want it.
For those of you who are watching and who are curious, me and JD, or JD and I should say, proper English, because you know me, I'm Mr. Proper English guy. We both fall on the conservative spectrum of the world. Okay, we'll leave it at that. And that being said, I look at, and I can't speak for JD, but I look at things more through the eyes of conservative, right, whatever. Now, let's throw out some misconceptions right away out there. Just because I'm conservative does not mean that I'm going to bash somebody else for who they do or do not sleep with. I can care less. If you like the alternative lifestyle, and you're happy, great. I'm happy for you. You know, and I don't know if you fall that way, JD, or not, but I do. And I have no problem with it. I have no problem with it. Now, me being a former ballroom dancer and swing dancer in that community, competitive, I was actually competitive at the low end of everything. Keep that in mind. In that community, there is a lot of alternative lifestyle folks. I was also a server and a bartender for a long time. There are a lot of alternative lifestyle folks in those fields. So I don't want to say I've learned to tolerate, because that's not it. Because when I first started encountering some folks, I was a badass to them. I mean, I was a prick big time. But within a few weeks, me and another gentleman I worked with at the bar, at the restaurant, who was, and I can say this because he gave me permission to say this about him. He was a flaming homo. He says, I'll give you permission to say that about me. I said, okay. All right. So him and I became best of buddies. I mean, we were always hanging out together. And he says, and I asked him one day, I said, David, why are you gay? He says, I've tried innies and I've tried outies. I just like the outies better.
Oh, that's interesting. I have a friend. One of my good friends is gay. So, I mean, I love him just like a brother too. You know what I mean? It's just as long as he's not, it's when it gets to be like tried to shove in your face and stuff, right? Like that's where the problem lies. Do what you want to do in the privacy of your own home. We live in America. We live in a free country.
Yep. I'm the same way. I have no problem with who you want to date, who you want to sleep with, or whatever. As long as you're consenting adults, go for it. I will have a beer with you. I'll hang out with you. If you want to go on double dates, we'll do that as well. I have no problem with it. But like you said, once you start throwing it in my face, and every other description of something has to be, whether it's gay or straight or whatever, that's where I have a problem with. In the same way with if a heterosexual couple were doing that, I'd say the same thing. I said, I get it. I get it. You like women, you like guys, whatever. I get it. We don't have to go on about it. All right. Like who you like.
Yeah. There's a difference between being adults. Once you're an adult, you should be able to be an adult regardless of other stuff. So yeah, I agree with you on that front.
You got a message here. Wolfman in the house wanting to wish you guys a happy holidays and a happy new year. Wolfman out. Thanks, Wolfman.
All right.
And who is Wolfman? JD?
Wolfman is our prediction specialist on our prediction shows, on our Call for the Bell prediction shows. He is the prediction specialist.
Okay, there you go.
Connor Clarkson hosts it, and Wolfman is the one who makes the predictions. We're actually putting together his numbers now from all of 2025. So we'll next year in one of the early episodes, we'll actually we're going to release his numbers, like how successful was he in 2025.
Wow. I think I was on one, maybe two prediction shows. I've put together my numbers.
Believe it or listen, man, you want to know his Wolfman's mom, and we'll give Mama Wolfman, we'll give her a shout out too, because she actually helps him a little bit, and helps the podcast a little bit too. And she's got a whole freaking spreadsheet with all of everybody's picks when they have guests. It's a complete detail. The only problem is they don't have anything, it's not put together. It's all the information's there. It's just not put together in a way that I could reveal that I got to actually do the work to get the numbers together and stuff. But everything's listed right there. So I'm like, well, we can do this. It'll take me a little time, but we got everything written down. That's good.
All right. Well, that's good. That's good. All right. As people know, JD and I can talk professional wrestling all night. The last couple of times we've done that, we lost all our listeners. So I don't want to keep doing that.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Well, if you're a professional wrestling fan, want to hear professional wrestling stuff, go over to the Mayhem Media podcast with JD over there, and got a lot of stuff going on. And it's more than just professional wrestling, because last week I wasn't able to be on it, but he had a show about the dinosaur movie. Which one was
it? The Jurassic Park World movies. Yeah.
Okay. And you also have one coming up on Christmas movies, don't you?
Well, we were planning on it. It was actually supposed to be tomorrow, but with you doing Saturday Night Main Event, and we didn't realize that was John Cena's last match, and everybody who is going to be on the show is either wants to watch Cena or actually is going to an indie show or something like that. So really? I don't know if we'll get to it or not. I hope to get to it, but I honestly don't know if we will this year, because I don't like going too close to Christmas. I like to give everybody off for Christmas.
Well, you can do it after the main event tomorrow night. Well, wait, Carter's he's in England though, isn't he?
Yeah, Connor's in England.
Connor, yeah.
Yeah, he's not gonna. Yeah, he won't be up at that time, and I don't make him do late stuff. Occasionally, he does late stuff, but I don't like force him to do it because our 11 o'clock is his 5 a.m.
And just for the people listening, when you say you don't make him do it, you're kind of his boss in this Mayhem Media.
I run Mayhem Media. The guys who work on the team. Yes. I mean, we're not financially, where we're making money yet, but I treat it as a business. That way, everybody knows that that's the goal. Is to make money and to actually make it as a business. So that's how I treat it.
Well, good. All right, so let's get down to it here. All right. Conservative men dating women, liberal women, and vice versa. Conservative or liberal women dating conservative men. Here is a video I found. First of all, let me see if I can get this up here or not. Yeah, so you and I are kind of both on the screen there.
Yeah.
And okay. All right. And hopefully I got the audio coming in here. If the audio doesn't kick in, let me know. But this is a woman I found on Twitter. She has a post come up here, so we'll see what she's talking about here.
Time on how politics ruined my last relationship. So let me set the scene for you. I was dating this guy. We've been dating for 5 months. And in those 5 months,
Whoops.
Oops.
Did you at least hear it? Did you hear it?
Oh yeah, I could hear it on the screen. It should be fine. I was gonna say YouTube is the only one that doesn't.
So let me set the scene for you. I was dating this guy. We've been dating for 5 months.
What's that again? What?
I was saying, I think YouTube is the only thing that doesn't show sound when you try and do this in StreamYard. Things from YouTube. So if you ever want to try and use YouTube in StreamYard, you're going to need to get the video file separately because YouTube sound won't come through in StreamYard.
We'll talk about that because I think I know what you're doing. So because I've done it before too. But we'll talk about that later. All right, here we go with this lady.
And in those 5 months, I was told by my friends, Zoe, he lives in Indiana. He's a fucking Republican. I was like,
no, it's not me. I live in Indiana, but it was not me.
Politics don't matter to me. What was I wrong? And so I was like, it's fine. I don't care. I'm going to get to know him first. We'll decide later. So then we kind of start talking about it. I'm a very liberal woman. So
Okay, I'll stop it right there. JD, what's your first thoughts of this person?
I think that people saying that politics don't matter that's an impossibility. I think politics and faith are an extension of how you, in a way, of how you live your life, and you really can't be with somebody or marry somebody and have a good relationship with somebody who you fundamentally disagree with. We're not talking about little disagreements, but
I agree. Okay, so let's go on with her.
I am obviously, like, very much, everyone knows that I'm a liberal woman. My brother's gay. All my friends are gay. Also, like, abortion rights, female rights. But anyways, so.
Why the hell does she laugh when she says those two? It's baffling to me.
I would have to say because she's about to blow up or what she thinks is conservative values based on those two topics alone. Women's rights, because as a conservative, we absolutely hate that women have rights, right, Andrew? I mean, of course, we're totally.
Of course, yes. Yeah, we don't want women to have rights at all. No, of course.
Yeah,
not,
absolutely not. Because that's totally a staple of the conservative Christian values.
Well, yeah, of course. Yeah. We want to keep women chained up in the basement all the time. That's what we want to do. Yes.
Yeah. No, in the kitchen, Andrew. Come on now.
Oh, in the kitchen. I forget.
Of course, I'm kidding. Before we start getting messages and people start bombarding us with hate mails. We're obviously being sarcastic here.
We're kidding, folks. We're kidding. Yes. All right. First of all, looks wise, this chick has it going on. Attitude wise, I couldn't. Sorry. All right, let's keep going with her.
I would always ask him. I'd be like, what's your politics? Like, where do you lean? And he was just like, well, socially, I'm a liberal, but economically, I'm a Republican.
Oh my God. She's already annoying. Sorry.
Yep.
Fuck that. Okay. Also, he was a 28-year-old man. That's the first red flag, because if there's a 28-year-old man and he's single, there's a fucking reason that he's single.
I got one word for you. Bitch.
Yeah.
Bitch.
Wrong.
And notice she never says how old she is.
I think the only word that she said in this that's correct is the word the.
So far, yes.
But anyways, so then I'm like, well, what makes you, economically Republican? Because I could give you a whole bunch of fucking facts right now that prove that you shouldn't be. And he was like, all of his info is from his friends. And I was like, you get all your information from your fucking redneck friends. Obviously, you can't trust them. You need to do the research yourself. And if you do the research, I told him, I was like, I'll support you based on your decision if you actually research it yourself. Like, I won't.
What a bitch. What a bitch. All right. So wait a second. So I just got a message from Facebook saying that we are not streaming on Facebook.
They just dinged you.
Who did? Why? For what?
I'm willing to bet someone reported you. It's either something with you having Twitch up potentially, which I can't imagine that would be the case.
I always have Twitch up.
Not Twitch. I'm sorry. Twitter, like trying to do this through Twitter, but it doesn't matter because we're on the screen and we're giving commentary. This is completely allowed. There's no trademark or copyright issues with what we're doing right now.
The stream looks okay. So are you on Facebook at all? Is the stream still there?
Let me go check it out for you real quick. Yeah, I'm that's crazy. And I would have to say that if that's the case, you probably got dinged. Someone maybe reported you. No, you are not live on Facebook.
Well, that sucks.
23 minutes at the 17-minute mark. Where are we now? Oh, I don't have a clock in here. So at the 18, just about the 18-minute mark, we lost it. Let me see what we were doing at that. Oh, we didn't even get to the video. You were dinged before that, or they took you off before that. I'm not sure what happened.
Well, that's interesting. I wonder why here. And I'm trying to get back on here. Let's see.
Yeah, we weren't even to the
Facebook. There's maybe an issue on Facebook's end. It is possible the stream was ended or deleted on Facebook. We'll keep trying and let you know if it's resolved. Please check Facebook to ensure the stream looks okay. If this continues for a while, try creating a new live stream or just remove the destination from the stream and then re-add it. Okay.
Yep. Yeah. If you delete it and then re-add it, you should be able to go back live. This happened to me once. We had to have gotten reported or something in the middle of in one of our episodes, and we were taken off Facebook. And thank goodness Pastor Gavin was with me. It was on a Boiling Point podcast episode, and he pretty much took over the episode, much like I'm trying to help you with now while you're trying to get it figured out.
We're back on. We should be back on.
Oh, okay. It's useful to have somebody, especially when you're two-manning it, when you're having a technical issue, it's useful to have someone else in the studio that can talk or talk about something interesting while the post or the person is dealing with a technical issue.
But believe me, I've been on both sides of that one. It's tough when you're by yourself. But what I found out though.
You're back on Facebook. Yeah, you're back on. I'm watching it right now. Yeah.
Okay. Well, what I found out, for all you technical folks out there, if you do a solo show like I do, and like JD has done several times in the past, I'm sure, when you have technical issues, you got to work through them online, on air while you're live. It takes a special, I don't want to say talent, but you have to be able to keep talking while you're doing 5 other things online.
Yeah, because you don't want dead air. So even if you say, okay, we're having a technical issue and I'm trying to attempt it, you still have to try and keep the audience engaged in some way. Even if you're talking about or discussing what you're doing and what the technical issue is, a lot of people don't like to draw attention to when an error happens or a mistake happens, but everybody knows that tech issues happen all the time. So, and you can't just have dead air. People will turn you off and be like, all right, well, I'll check back in a few minutes after he fixes his tech problem and he's talking again. So if you just have dead air, you're likely to start losing viewers quick.
Well, I somewhat agree with you on that one. And here's what I found out over the years of doing live streams like I do. Now, I'll be the first to admit I don't have the several hundred listeners. I wish I did, but I don't. I don't. I've had several shows where I've had quite a few listeners and a lot of shows where I've had 0 listeners. So I've been on both sides of the spectrum. If you have listeners and they're engaged in your conversation or engaged with what you're saying, if you have a little dead air, it's not going to make them go away. The ones who are just not really paying attention or not interested, they're going to go away regardless. Now, by dead air, I'm talking maybe 10, 15 seconds. If you go more than that,
100% agree.
That's a no-no.
Dude, I was just about to say, like, I think you're right. Dead air, you can have dead air, but really you got 10 to 15 seconds. I was literally going to give the same exact number as you. I'm like, you got 10 to 15 seconds.
Yeah.
After that, you have to start re-engaging or getting them back or something. You have to be able to continue the show while you're diagnosing your technical problem.
Mm-hmm.
And
So
I'm looking at your videos. I'm looking at your videos, dude. You got plenty of videos that are over 100 views. You got a couple that got plus 300, plus 400, plus 500. So you have a few hundred listeners, dude. A few hundred viewers.
Of viewers, but not while I'm live. That's what
No, no,
not while I'm live.
No. But to watch live, you really only get a fraction of what your actual audience is.
You're right.
Live.
You're right.
So, like, even Steven Crowder and stuff, like, he maybe gets, a couple 100,000 people watching him live, but dude's got 10 million listeners, right?
Yeah.
But at no point in time, I guarantee you, at no point in time is his live view count at 10 million.
Oh no, absolutely not. No. Because I used to watch him faithfully every day when I was teaching at the school and I didn't have class that hour. And I also loved Bongino as well. Dan
Yeah,
Bongino.
me too. Oh man, I mean, he's doing great in the where he's at now.
Oh yeah,
I do miss him in the studio though. I do miss that.
He was great. All right, something else I touted at the beginning, and we're going to get into this here. I have a list, and I don't even know where I got this list, but I have a document. I just add stuff to it all the time of topics or ideas or something that I want to talk about on my shows. And so I was looking at it today, and it says some social rules that may help you. And there's a list of how many of them here? Let me see here. There's a list of 14 social rules that may help you in life. So I'm going to go through them all, and maybe they're good, maybe they're not. You know what? I don't even recall reading through these or not, and I purposely didn't want to read through them before I started because I want this to be authentic, like I always do, and my reaction. And if I don't like it, I'll just scrap it. That's the way we roll around here on Popcorn and Whiskey. And my JD's here, Popcorn and Whiskey and Weed. There you go.
Yeah, absolutely.
Are you have you lightened up tonight?
Yeah, I smoke. I use it for medicinal purposes, not just to, catch a buzz or whatever. I use it for pain, to help with my pain in my hips and my legs and stuff. So yeah, I pretty much smoke every single day. I'm shortly after I get up, I'm smoking less in the summertime. In the summertime, I'll get up and won't smoke for maybe the first half hour, maybe even an hour. I go outside in the sun if it's a nice day, and that helps the pain as well. But in the wintertime, no way. I have to, as soon as I'm up, I'm pretty much starting to smoke, because in the wintertime, my pain is substantially worse.
Well, that brings up a question for me here. And if this is too personal, don't answer it. I get it. So I'm obviously I'm not in your situation. And obviously I've never, and we've talked before, I've never smoked weed, so I don't know.
Yeah.
But since it's for is it medicinal? Is that the right word?
Medicinal. Yeah, medicinal. Yeah.
Medicinal purposes. Does insurance cover the cost of that?
No.
Okay. All right.
Even though I do have my card, I do have my medical, I have my medical card. I do have that, but no, the insurance doesn't cover anything, any part of that. I have to pay for it out of pocket. Oh, actually, I don't have to pay for the license. I get that waived because of the other programs that I'm on. So I don't have to I only pay half the license fee.
Okay. And then when you buy weed, this is fascinating to me because I know nothing about it. So if this is a dumb question, just say it's a dumb question.
Oh, no, go ahead. There's no such thing as a dumb question. That's my policy on questions.
No, you've never been a substitute teacher. Yes, there are dumb questions. Believe me. Yeah. So when you buy weed, do you buy it like by the joint, by an ounce, by a gram? How do you, if I walked into a weed store and I didn't know what I was doing, how would I ask for something?
Well, the way it's done here in Pennsylvania, I'm not sure how it's done in other states.
Okay.
I imagine that where it's commercial, where it's just open, you walk in. I don't imagine that they have it like you see it on TV and stuff, where there's actually containers of weed and stuff sitting out for you to browse and shop through. Chances are everything's behind a locked door to prevent burglaries.
Right.
So, and that's how it is in the medicinal shop. I go through 3 locked doors before I even get to talk to somebody about what I want when I go in there. Now, once you have to go in for your first time, because you have to talk to the pharmacist at these stores, because they want
hold it. They have a licensed pharmacist?
Yeah, there's a pharmacist in the building, and you have to see them before you anytime you go into a new weed shop, like I go to the same one. But if I wanted to change and go to a different one, my first time I'd likely have to speak to the pharmacist on call, or the first pharmacist that they have there. And that's just to make sure, because a lot of people who have never smoked, are getting weed prescriptions and stuff. And the pharmacist is there to make sure that you know what to expect, so you don't have a freak out. All the questions she asked me were for someone who had never smoked before.
Okay. All right. So when you say pharmacist, somebody with like what was it called? A
I don't know
pharmacology degree or something like that?
I don't know. I don't know what her degree was, or if she
Okay.
was
Okay.
degreed. I didn't actually, for me, I didn't have to go back to her office. They kind of rushed me through the process because of being disabled and being in the wheelchair, and
Okay.
getting out of the house is not always easy. So they were like, well, let's see if we can just get you all done on your trip here, and then you can go back in and get your first purchase. And then after that, see, now I don't do that. I only did that on the first time. Now I can do it right through the website. I go to the website, I tell them what I want to order, they get it ready. I park in a parking space right outside the building. They come out, they get my medical marijuana card, they take my cash, they go inside, they bring my bag of product back out to me, and I'm gone.
Okay. All right. So going back to my original question. So is it bought by the ounce, by the gram, by the joint? How does that work?
They have everything there. The only thing I haven't seen is, I don't think you can buy like individual grams. I think the smallest amounts that I've seen are eighth of an ounce. An eighth of an ounce, I think, is the smallest purchase, but I can't be sure of that. I don't usually buy that small. For me personally, I usually am buying an ounce at a time.
So somebody like me who has never tried it before, have I smelled it? Yeah. Have I actually tried it? No, I have not. So what would an eighth of an ounce do to me?
Oh, you would not want to
wait. First of all, wait. I would assume I'm smoking it, or I'm chewing it.
You would not want to smoke the entire eighth of an ounce in a sitting or anything like that, especially for your first time. You would want to whether you'd want to, depends on how you want to consume it. That would be the biggest question there. Would you want to smoke it out of a pipe? Do you want to roll a joint? Do you want a blunt? Do you want to hit a bong? It really depends on how you consume it, because each one of those things, it could potentially hit you differently.
Okay. What about gummies? Do you ever have gummies? I've heard like a lot of people talk about gummies.
Yeah, I've had gummies. I've had gummies before. For me personally, I'm not much for eating it, like the edibles. I don't like, because it's like all at once, like it hits you all at once, for me at least. So I like to smoke it because it gives me more control over the high. Whereas if I eat one, I have to make sure I don't want to do anything afterwards, because I could potentially just melt into my wheelchair.
Okay. If you do take a video, I got to see that video. Now you can talk about going viral. There you go, baby.
That's it right there. But yeah, that's why I don't do a lot of edibles. It really hits me harder when I do edibles. So if I eat it with something like a brownie or a cookie, even, I want to make sure that I'm not doing anything of any kind of relevance after that for at least a couple of hours, probably. But smoking it, I can smoke it all, I smoke it on and off all day. I smoke pipes. So I'll smoke one pipe. It's hard to say how much that is. Probably I'd say less than a half a gram in each pipe. So I'll smoke a pipe and then see how I feel, and then go from there. Sometimes I'll just take one hit out of my pipe. Sometimes I'll smoke the whole pipe. It really depends on what I'm feeling.
So when you say pipe, I'm thinking like the old grandpa pipe, where you
can do that. Yeah, you can do that. I've smoked out of one of those.
Like that, like
I've smoked out of one of those, and the old style like wooden pipes are actually pretty nice.
So what are you talking about when you say pipe then?
I have a glass one that's custom made for me.
Ooh, look at you, Mr. Big Shot.
Well, I have to have a custom one. I can't use my hands with a kill hole, a carburetor, to let the air through. And that's how a lot of glass pipes are. They have a kill hole. They're called a kill hole or a carburetor. It's a little hole next to where you would pack the weed in, and you put your finger over it while you're lighting it, and then you release it, and it pulls the air through. So you fill up the pipe, and then you release the carburetor, and then you pull it through to give you more of a hit, I guess. So I get custom pipes that don't have those, and have a custom mouthpiece so that I can just hold it in my mouth and light it off the candle and then set it back down. And then I exhale.
Wow. Wait, here we are. Weed talk. That I what the
Hey man, you asked.
I asked. Hey, I asked. Exactly. So that's interesting. We'll have to advertise a weed talk night so we can, so we can get all the weed guys out there coming in watching us one night. So
yeah, absolutely. I'll take some video if you want. I'll take some video too. I can't do it here at my desk, or I would just like come on camera and just show you live on camera how I do it. But I can't smoke at my desk. I have like a station that's set up for me to be able to do it.
Oh, is that like a house rule for you? Where
No,
you live?
just because like I said, I can't use my hands and stuff.
Oh,
So
okay.
there's nowhere like for me to do it, and it kind of has to be like I haven't quite figured out if or how I could do it at my desk yet.
Okay. Interesting. All right. Okay. Back to the show at hand here. We're just all over the place, JD. That's the way I like it. That's the way I like it here. All right. Some social rules.
Ask me a question. If you ask me a question, I'm going to give you a thorough answer.
Well, of course. And that's how it's supposed to go. Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right here. So some social rules that may help you. Rule number 1, don't call someone more than twice continuously. If they don't pick up your call, presume they have something more important to do or to attend to. I don't know what they mean by continuously. Like if I called you right now and then I hang up and I call you right back, that's continuously to me.
Yes, that's what.
But if I call you today and then wait till tomorrow, that's to me, that's not continuously.
No, that's right. That's what I think. That's what it's also talking about.
So if I call you twice in a row, you don't respond to my call.
Yeah, and I kind of have the call me twice rule as a standard because I don't usually get to my phone on the first time you call. So for me, most of my friends know that if I don't answer the phone and it's something you want to talk about or you need to get a hold of me, hang up and call right back because then I'll be at my phone and I'll be able to answer it.
Oh, really? See, I tell my friends, I said, text me more than call me. And say, if you need me to call you back or something, text me. I seldom will, unless I know the number, unless it's already in my phone, I won't pick it up.
Yeah, I tell people to call.
I get so many freaking spam calls.
Yeah. I hate that too.
Okay. All right. The next one. Return money that you have borrowed even before the person who loaned it to you remembers to ask for it. It shows your integrity and character. The same goes for umbrellas, pens, and lunch boxes. I don't think anybody has lunch boxes anymore, but this is true. I have several people out here who owe me, let's just say thousands of dollars over the last several years of my life that I probably will never see again. So it's don't get me started on that one.
For me, I because people know what kind of my financial situation is always tight. So anytime I borrow something and repay it, I try and at the very least, like do it in installments. So that way, you see that I am paying you back, even though I may not have the $100 or whatever that you lent me in one shot. Here's $40. Here's $40 right now. I get my next check, give you another $4, et cetera, like that.
Makes sense. That makes sense. Okay, number 3, never order the expensive dish on the menu when someone else is treating you to lunch or to dinner.
I agree.
1,000% agree with that one.
I agree.
I have an issue with people paying for my lunches or dinners when I go out. But if they ask me, I get it. If somebody asks me out, yeah, it should be their treat. But I remember a buddy of mine when I lived in Indianapolis. Indianapolis is called the Circle City, and I don't know if other states have this or other big cities have this, but there's a highway. It's called 465 that travels. Basically, it's a loop around Indianapolis. And so back in the 90s, I was an account rep for a company, and my friend was a sales rep for another company. And like once a week, we would call each other. This is when we both had cell phones because cell phones didn't come about until the mid-90s or so, early 90s, mid-90s. We used to call each other and say, hey, what side of town you at today? He says, I'm on the west side. I said, oh, great. I'll be over there. Let's meet for lunch somewhere. So we would make it a point to meet at a mom and pop type restaurant that neither one of us have been to, or at least if we have, it's only been a couple of times. Nothing, with no chain restaurants whatsoever, no fast food. That was our rules. And one week I would pay, the following week he would pay, and vice versa. It didn't matter who,
Yeah.
what kind of restaurant it was. That way we got away from the, all right, it's you owe me this much, you owe me this much. No, 1 week I'll pay, 1 week you pay, and then forget about it. We found some fantastic restaurants that we went to more than once. Then we also found some lousy places because you can't have the good without the bad. So you got to take them both in. But it was a fun time. We had a great time with doing that. So
yeah.
So.
And I agree. If someone else is paying, don't get the most expensive thing. Like if I'm paying, I want somebody to get like a meal, like get something. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like if you like whatever you want to get. But yeah, if you're ordering, like a $50 meal or something, and someone else is paying, that's a little yeah.
Exactly.
You should try and keep it on the cheaper side when someone else is paying.
Yes. All right. Number 4. Don't ask awkward questions like, "Oh, so you aren't married yet?" Or "Don't you have kids?" Or "Why haven't you bought a house?" Or "Why haven't you bought a car?" For God's sake, that's not your problem, and it's none of your goddamn business. Excuse my language.
I don't have a problem. I don't have a problem with those questions anyway. But I understand why some people would be like. I understand they are sort of personal questions and stuff, so I could see why people would be offended. Those are questions that I likely wouldn't be asking, or even if I was, I certainly wouldn't phrase them in that manner.
No. I don't ask questions like that because me being single at my age, I get asked that all the time. What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you? I remember at one of my high school reunions, one girl was talking to me, and I knew she'd been divorced 3 times. I already knew this. So we were talking, because everybody knows everybody at high school reunions, at least my high school they do. And they said, "So you haven't been married yet?" I said, "No." "So what's wrong with you?" I look at her and said, "You've been divorced 3 times. What's wrong with you, bitch?" And that was kind of the end of the conversation. Like, wait, what are you asking me? What's wrong with me? You've been divorced 3 times. It's obviously something's wrong with you.
Yeah. And you know what? When anybody asks me if I'm ever going to get married or would I get married, I usually say, yeah, I'll get married as soon as I can find a woman that I want to marry and spend the rest of my life with.
Yeah.
So that happens. I'm definitely not getting married.
As soon as Charlotte Flair finds me, then I might be number 4. There you go. Yeah.
I'm not interested.
It's a joke there, folks.
My problem is, man, I know a lot of married people who are just miserable all the time.
Yes.
Every time I see them.
Oh, yes. Oh,
and I
yes.
was in a relationship like that before too, and I did not like the person I became. So I vowed then, you know what? I don't care if I'm single for the rest of my life. I'm not going to be in a relationship that makes me miserable.
Mm-hmm. And your buddy Connor's on the line. Connor
nice.
Clark. Evening, brothers. Connor, what the hell are you doing up, brother? It's what time is it where you are? 12:30?
It's going to be about 12:30, I think is what it is in the UK where he is right now. And he's getting up because we have a meeting at 9:00 and he wanted to be a part of it. I did not force him to. I said, "Hey, this is it. Nick Mizpah, my vice president, can't make it. If you want to sit in on the meeting, you can. If not, then it's not a big deal at all."
And Connor says, "As soon as Liv Morgan gets away from Dom, I'm getting engaged."
Yeah.
Oh, hey, speaking of Dom, you're here to hear for it first. The mystery guy that's been jumping in and attacking the CM Punk last week and this week LA Knight, Dom Mysterio. You heard it here first. I'm telling you, it's Dom Mysterio. Yeah. All right, that's my prediction. Okay. All right, number 5 of the social skills. What's it called? Social skills, social rules that may help you. Number 5. Always open the door for the person coming behind you. It doesn't matter if it's a guy or a girl, senior or junior. You don't grow small by treating someone. You don't grow small by treating someone well in public. That makes no sense. You don't.
Yeah, I didn't really quite catch that whole thing there.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, of course, I always open the door.
Yeah, well, you know what? Being disabled in a wheelchair.
Yeah, you're in a different situation, though. It's difficult for you.
I was say that's not really in my cards or in my wheelhouse. However, someone who will get the door for me, especially like if I'm, on a date or something like that, the girl obviously has to get the door. But then I will position myself up against the door with enough room for her to go in, and then I will let her go in first.
Yeah.
So that's how I get around that. I can't get the door, but if you open the door, I will then hold it so that you can enter first.
Yep. Okay, next one. Respect different shades of opinions. Remember, what may seem like 6 to you might appear as 9 to someone else. Besides, a second opinion is always good for alternatives. I don't know why they choose the number 6 and 9, but whatever. Okay.
Yeah, that's really bad example of that.
Yeah, I didn't write this, folks. I didn't write this. Okay. Never interrupt people while they are talking. Allow them to pour it out. As they say, hear them all and filter them all. I've never heard that. Have you heard that?
I've never ever heard that. I agree with letting people finish before you interrupt them, but the whole second part of that is nonsense.
As they say, hear them all and filter them all. Never heard that.
This sounds like AI written. Did you get this from an AI source?
I don't know where I got it from. I think I got it from a Facebook post because the way I copied and pasted it, it looks like it's a Facebook post on here.
It sounds like AI.
Yeah.
AI, write 10 lessons that everybody should.
I'm going to skip a couple of these. Let's say thank you when someone is helping you. Of course, duh.
Yeah, that's good.
And I like this one. Praise publicly, criticize privately.
Yeah, I agree with that also.
I haven't always practiced that, but now in my later years in life, I do.
Definitely praise not me either. But
criticize publicly or privately, yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, let's see a couple others here. Let's see. There's almost never a reason to comment on someone's weight. Just say, you look fantastic. If they want to talk about losing weight, they will. No, you don't say you look fantastic.
No, you don't say that. You don't have to talk about it or make light of it or harass somebody about it, but you also don't bullshit them either.
I mean, if they look fantastic, you say, look, you look fantastic. Like if Charlotte Flair was in front of me right now, I'd say, hey, Toots, what's up? Hey, I wouldn't say she looks fantastic, even though she does.
Yeah. No. I'd be interested to know if she would appreciate that line or if you would catch her right hand to the face.
Oh, no, she's heard it all. I am sure she's heard it all. And, and I'm going to read this without, I haven't pre-read it yet. This is another one from Connor. Let's see what he says here.
Oh, geez.
All right, Connor. A more easier way of thinking is sugar and salt have their differences, but can look the same better than the 6-9 BS.
I can agree with that. You say, he's trying to say that sugar and salt are better, a better analogy than the 6 and the 9. They both look alike, but obviously taste extremely, very, very differently. Well, so I could definitely certainly better than the 6 and the 9, Connor.
Yes. Well, I have an issue with Connor's is more easier. That's like saying you're going more faster. No, dude, no.
He probably just got up, but yeah, he's young.
Maybe it's one of those. They don't know how to those English things. Yes, from the UK. One of those English things that they talk funny over there anyway.
Yeah, they don't know how to speak proper English. And all of their towns are named like their ship.
Listen, hey, I would invite you on, Connor, but hey, I'm sure you're not willing to talk at this point to defend yourself, so we're just going to make fun of you.
Oh, you just made a mistake there.
Why?
He's this next comment's going to be to say, send me a link.
I don't know how to do that, Connor. Sorry. Let's see. When someone shows you a photo on their phone, don't swipe left or right. You never know what's next. This is true.
Yeah.
This is true. Yeah. Somebody
also,
shows you
I'd like to amend that and just say, when you're showing somebody a photo on your phone, don't hand them your phone.
Yep.
You can avoid the whole thing just by doing that.
Yep. Oh yeah. Yeah. And also, speaking of phones, and we'll do the rest of this another time. But speaking of phones, nobody wants to see your grandkid. Nobody wants to see your pictures of your dog. Nobody wants to see that crap. Quit trying to show everybody on the planet. They don't want to see it.
Unless somebody asks.
Connor, I just got up and listen, we invented the language. Okay, Connor. They invented a language. Then why aren't you using it proper?
Yeah, that's what my next question was going to be.
Connor. One of these days, Connor, one of these nights I'll have you on. And I don't know what your schedule is, but we'll have you on as well, so we can see how the other part of the world lives.
Yeah, you don't do 3 people in your streams, dude?
I'm sure I can. I don't have it set up. I don't have a template.
Oh, you don't have a layout?
Yeah, don't have a layout, whatever it's called. I'm sure if it just comes on, he can do it, but not tonight. So, because I'm going to end this here in a few minutes, because we got SmackDown coming on, so I got to watch that, and you got a meeting coming up. You got a business.
Yeah, I got a meeting later. Yeah.
So, all right, dude. Well, I'm gonna let you get off of here. So I'm gonna end the show. But I'm gonna let you off of here. But I appreciate you coming on.
Yeah, man. Appreciate it. Anytime. It's always good to tune in.
We'll do this again. And Connor, I know you're listening out there. We'll have you on one of these nights as well. We'll have a good time.
And hey, listen, yeah, Andrew, you don't say this a lot in your show. So let me say it for you. I'm the guest here. Okay. So make sure you subscribe to Andrew Paletto, Popcorn and Whiskey, and his Top Fitness Strategies everywhere they are: YouTube, Facebook. Are you on Spotify too?
I think my podcast is on there because through the distribution it is. Yeah.
So make sure you go check out all of his channels and hit the subscribe button or the follow button or the like button or whatever it is, because he never self-promotes himself, or sometimes you do, I guess. But I'm here to tell you to do it because he never tells people to do it. He just asks people to do it. So I'm here to tell you to do it.
Thank you. Well, and also a reciprocity. What is that the right word? Reciprocity. And no, I'm not drunk. I can't say the word reciprocity. Go to Mayhem Media and the Boiling Point podcast and subscribe and look and listen and do all the good stuff over there as well.
Yep.
So, all right, my friend, you take care.
All right, I'm out.
All righty. Bye. Okay, folks, we had a great time tonight. A little bit of snafu with the technical stuff happening earlier with Facebook. I don't know why they kicked us off. Maybe because I was using Twitter. Or maybe because they didn't like the fact that I was talking about the liberal women dating conservative men. We'll get more into that. And I promise you next time I get into that, I'll be a little more prepared. Obviously, I just do it together at the last minute here. But the goal, if you will, and I don't really like setting goals or having goals because, there's a lot of reasons for it. Maybe, hey, that's a topic right there. We're talking about goals. But the plan for 2026 doing these live streams, one is doing them more often, two, a little more prepared, if you will, even though I like being off the cuff, and three, I'm planning on having a lot more guests on here and a lot more guests that we will be talking about the bubbly, or like with JD tonight, we talked about another substance. We talked about weed. If someone wants to talk about soda pop, we'll talk about that. But maybe like a consumption, a beverage, or something of that sort to put you in a different state of mind, so to speak. I don't know, something like that. But that's the plan. That's the goal for the new year. So I plan on being on next week a couple of times. That's the plan. Ho ho ho! Merry Christmas, right there. Popcorn and Whiskey. I am the face who runs the place. Who knows? You might see me on later tonight. I might come back on. You never know. You never know how the light's going to go. But until then, I'll sign off now. Appreciate y'all being here. Like JD said, Popcorn and Whiskey, go subscribe. Top Fitness Strategies, go subscribe. And also check out, if you're interested in the new program I just put out, the audio program, how the easy way to lose 10 pounds in 30 days. The easy way. With the new year coming up, that's going to be a great product for you. And get it now because the price will be going up soon. And if you're interested, let me know, and we'll go from there. Okay? I'll stop it here. My name is Andrew, the face who runs the place. Popcorn and Whiskey. Until next time. Ciao.